Consumers can increasingly purchase exactly what they want with a click, swipe, or voice command. This new standard is raising the bar for customer engagement across all industries, and the concept of a linear customer journey is now an outdated paradigm. We've evolved into omnipresent consumers. Keep pace, utility companies should elevate the human experience. One solution? Leverage the data-rich smart home or home office that offers personalized energy solutions in the moments that matter. Utilities have an opportunity to use the data from smart homes to help drive a better customer experience. How can they do so profitably? First, let's get to know prosumers, a rapidly growing customer segment living in smart homes with solar panels, batteries, and/or electric vehicles involved in a bi-directional flow of energy and data with utilities. But their actions can be taxing on the grid. To avoid grid burden and disruption, utilities can engage smart space consumers in demand-side management, or DSM. DSM can reduce energy use when demand is highest and shift consumer usage to times when cheap, renewable energy is plentiful on the grid. How can utilities use DSM to capture value in the smart home? Utilities can engage customers in smart home DSM by sharing real-time energy data. Then, they can build voice-assisted DSM capabilities to further enhance the experience. Finally, they can equip smart homes for DSM via customized product bundles sold on utility marketplaces. How can you build a smart platform to leverage the next frontier in consumer engagement?
Welcome everyone to our breakout session on enhanced customer engagement inside the home. I'm Calvin Butler, Senior Executive Vice President for Exelon and CEO of Exelon Utilities. Thank you to EEI for having me here today. Today, we're going to talk about how EEI member electric companies are reimagining the customer experience and how we're engaging with residential customers through new or enhanced services and solutions. We'll also talk about the business case, operational efficiencies, and value we're realizing as we take the customer experience digital. A defining part of the residential customer experience is a result of how electric companies communicate and engage with customers around energy usage, monthly bills and payments, and energy management opportunities. Customers today crave self-service options and increased personalization. And with the rise of remote work during the pandemic and the power bill being shifted from the office to homes, more residential customers are looking to their electric companies for help with energy management than ever before. Yes, you heard me right. Customers are seeking out engagement with their electric companies, and that's a good thing. A few key technologies are helping us deliver enhanced engagement and targeted solutions to customers. For example, as an industry, we have invested in enhanced customer care and engagement tools, often available online or through a smartphone or tablet app. These tools allow customers to easily make payments, budget for and track energy usage, and establish notification preferences. Some of the more common notifications include: 1, power alerts that inform the customers of an outage event and reassure them that the power company is aware of the issue and working to fix the problem. Budget alerts that notify customers that their projected energy usage and bill is trending above a previously set budget level. Like many of my peers in the industry, across the Exelon footprint, our operating companies are all about advancing the digital customer experience and are seeing notable increases in e-bill signups, use of our online customer care services, and engagement through our expanded social media channels and web chat functions to resolve customer issues and keep them informed of our involvement in their communities. Like many electric companies, we have updated our metering technology to bi-directional, near real-time smart meters. In fact, more than 100 million smart meters have been installed across the United States. This smart meter asset allows us to perform sophisticated data analysis that generates personalized insights into individual customer home energy usage. It is also the foundation for targeted energy management program recommendations that benefit customers. However, our digital transformation is just part of our evolution to be a top-tier service provider, both within our industry peer group and compared to other industries. In addition to personalization, customers also expect a streamlined, convenient, and consistent experience no matter how they choose to engage with their electric company. This means we all need to strive for excellence across all channels and modes of communication and customer service. Whether we're talking about a call with a live agent to investigate a billing question, using web-based self-service tools to get more information on the advantages of driving an electric vehicle and supporting rates, or using an app to monitor electric usage and keep customers engaged in energy management. Today, we have an opportunity to hear from two leading chief customer officers on how they are accelerating customer strategies within their organizations to offer and deliver the services and solutions that meet the high standards and expectations of today's customers. I have the pleasure of having today with me Brett Carter and Monica Whiting. Now, I won't go into detail about their extensive bios. It's there for you to review, but I will tell you their titles and then jump right into it. First, Brett Carter is Executive Vice President and Chief Customer and Innovation Officer of Xcel Energy. Welcome, Brett. Then we have Monica Whiting, as I said, is Vice President of Customer Experience and Chief Customer Officer of Arizona Public Service Company. Welcome, Monica.
Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure to have you both, and I'm so glad to be here to have this conversation with you. So let's jump right in. Now, this question is for both of you, both of our panelists. So let's start big picture. Enhanced residential customer engagement inside the home. What are the most important areas that you are focused on today? And tell us how that has changed over the past 6 months. So Brett, I'll start with you.
All right, hey, I appreciate that. So one of the things that we've really been focused on for about the last year and a half is that customer transformation. So Xcel Energy is going beyond enhancing the customer experience and taking it one step further to transform the way that we do business with and support our customers. So a complete technological rebuild and digital transformation with our customer experience program has been launched. We're exploring how our advanced grid initiative with its smart meter infrastructure and our distributed intelligence can be used to bring new experiences, services, and products to customers of all kinds. And just to touch on those 2 or 3 most important areas that you referenced, you know, we're expanding the opportunities and resources for our electric vehicle ownership program. We just had a huge announcement where we want to really prepare our system for 1.5 million electric vehicles within our jurisdiction. And through innovative programs, really go beyond the meter into the home so that customers can program when their cars are being charged. We also have a pilot that we've launched where customers can not only have their electric charger installed, but also have an all-you-can-use energy consumption model for under $44 a month. So those are both the charger and the power for under $44 fixed fee a month. We're also exploring the possibilities with our advanced grid rollout for piloting our customer portals, viewing enhanced energy use statistics with our initial smart meter rollouts, and identifying really kind of those day one products and services with this new edge technology. So, you know, Calvin, just to name a few things, that's the way we're really focusing this. We already have a leading demand side management energy efficiency program for our customers today, and we continue to enhance that every day.
Thank you, thank you. So Monica, what are you doing out there at APS?
Great, thank you, Calvin. Well, we have a lot that we're working on at APS, and as we look at the next 5 years, as Jeff Goldner became our new president, CEO, and chairman of November of 2019, he really set a challenge for the organization to become more customer-centric and more customer-focused again, And a lot of that is really built also on the engagement of our employees and the empowerment of employees, and focusing on that as a culture in the growth mindset. So as we look at the next 5 years, we will really be resetting our customer experience strategy, what our customers are looking for, and driving on customer segmentation, the voice of the customer, but going to what you talked about specifically about in the home opportunities. In 2017, APS made some changes to its rate plans and really transitioned to rate plans that became more of a partnership with our customers in looking at time of use and demand response. And so we have at the same time built several programs in home that we're continuing to learn from and advance to help around the demand response. So when I look at things like our Cool Rewards program, where we have partnerships with customers who have internet connected thermostats, we call it the Bring Your Own Thermostat program, and where customers are allowing us in partnership with the thermostat provider to, during peak times, to control their thermostat, to use the thermostat and pre-cool the home or do different items during off-peak. And we're learning a lot about the on-peak and the off-peak experience, but at the same time, we're helping our customers save money on their bills. And what we're seeing from our customers that participate in standard pricing that we might be more accustomed to in the utility space, to our demand response, time of use and demand rates, is they're actually seeing about a 17% reduction in their energy bill by really leveraging these tools. So this is a partnership and a journey that we're going on with our customers as we're learning more about this. We have a neat pilot program right now also from a battery perspective with 35 customers, where we are providing the battery and the maintenance for the customer, but we are also controlling and charging the battery during off-peak times. We're then allowing the thermostat to not be on and have not the thermostat be on, but the battery then to provide the energy during on-peak times, keeping the customer cool, and we're learning about that as well. And so we have a lot of neat programs in that regard, and we'll continue to leverage technology, partner with our customers, use the voice of the customer to help drive what those programs look like.
Monica, thank you. And Brett, thank you. One of the things you guys, your companies have always been considered some of the most innovative in this field and really engaging with the customer. What is the last 6 months really, because that foundation was already set, what have you done differently or specifically during this last 6 months to say, boy, but if that foundation wasn't set, we'd have been in a lot of trouble moving here. Anything that you'd like to share with our audience here?
Well, Calvin, I'll just jump in. One of the things that was great is that we had really started moving down this customer experience transformation model about 18 months ago. And when this pandemic hit us, what we found was an opportunity to really sort of double down. And all the employees were going home. We didn't have to adjust our strategy or approach, but what we were able to do was engage them in work that was already ongoing. So the engagement level with our employees actually went up. And so the strategic priority of keeping bills low for our customers kicked in. We were able to really dive into how our transformation was going to save money within the organization, therefore reducing costs for our customers. So that strong overall strategic and financial position played out for Xcel Energy, of course, in the first 6 months of the year. And we've been performing very well from a stock perspective and from an operations perspective. So, they always say, never let a crisis go to waste. We absolutely did not let this crisis go to waste. So no change, if you will, over the course of the last 6 months, other than really just doubling down and engaging all of our employees across our enterprise in ensuring that these changes that we were making were indeed driving significant, and I mean significant, tens of millions of dollars in savings to the bottom line.
Thank you. Monica?
Great. So when I look at the last 6 months and what APS has been working on, of course, COVID has been top of mind. And then also in Arizona, record heat. And we all know in the utility space, record heat means high bills. And so we have this combination of high bills for our customers during a time of COVID. So when I look at the last 6 months for APS, there has been a very strong focus on partnering with our customers around, again, when we look at the rate plan, what is the most economical plan for the customers? And APS put something in place in March that I think was pretty innovative, leveraging data analytics, leveraging understanding our customers, and on every single bill starting in March, so every month, we have a message on the bill that lets customers know this month, based on their usage, were they on the most economical plan for them? And then we also give them that look going back over the last 12 months. And so based on that, we're letting customers know, you are on the most economical plan. This month you are, but for the last 12 months you haven't been, or you are this month, but maybe for the last 12 months it hasn't, and then making suggestions on what that might be, driving them to our website, driving them to call one of our advisors to help them. And that then provides some of the education around demand and usage and how they can really take control of their energy and the experience and their bill. So that has been a large focus of the last 6 months of helping customers. We are also around COVID. Very proud of APS, who has committed over $6 million to provide utility bill assistance for our customers, partnering with our local nonprofits, being out across the state in the different communities, trying to provide assistance for customers and educating them, making them aware there's a lot of great programs out there that we can help customers with. People are experiencing, in some cases, customers that are not used to experiencing financial hardship. And so how can we help them find those resources? We'll also be doing something pretty unique come October. So obviously in Arizona with the record heat in the summer, we did have the COVID moratorium, but then stacked upon that, we went into our summer heat moratorium, with no disconnecting. So the good news is that gives customers a little more time to work through COVID and some of the other items, get customer assistance. The challenging piece of that is when you've gone 4, 5, 6 months, if you haven't been able to pay a bill, now you're going to be faced with a bill that is insurmountable. And so we have really been working through targeted communications and targeted messages to reach out to those customers, get them assistance, but also what we'll be doing for customers once our summer moratorium comes to an end in mid-October. If they still have a balance on their account over a certain dollar amount, we will put them on an automatic 6-month payment arrangement to give them time to do the work. And that will allow us to continue to have time to work with them to find assistance. And then, of course, we continue our very big messaging around demand response and energy conservation and how to help.
Monica, let me piggyback off that, and then I'm going to come back to you, Brett, so be ready for this same question. Monica, talk to me about how you're using the different media channels and really personalizing the message, our marketing tactics, to get that news out to customers about what you're doing. What different channels are you using? How are you ensuring that the customers who need it most are actually getting word of that message?
Yes,
Brett, I'm going to come to you with that same question.
Certainly, it's a great question. In the case of helping customers who are struggling to pay their bill, what we're really looking at is quite simple, and we can go into our system and see who is past due, who is struggling. We can look at the comparisons of who has been in the past or who hasn't or who is in different items. And it's really about reaching them. Sometimes it's a simple outbound telephone call with a live person. Sometimes it's the IVR messaging. We also do email if we have an email. or sending a letter and sending a notice in the mail. And so we try to use the different channels. We try to understand what is the channel of choice of our customers that they're looking for, and to communicate with them in that regard. And then making them aware of what the options are.
Thank you. Thank you. Brett?
Yeah, so our customer care agents, we just started using a consultative approach. We're offering products and services that match the times. So we do have new offerings specifically in this COVID period that help our customers better manage the bills that are coming in against the income that may be declining. So we've approached this as being helpful and convenient for customers at no additional cost, obviously. But creating a new start transfer service in our customer care team that really takes all the service change calls. We train them to offer at that moment personalized recommendations for our DSM EE products and services, as well as other home services that contribute to greater energy management. So our Home Smart appliance repair program has really taken off, especially since we've digitized that approach for our customers. And then our new digital experience platform allows us to create that omni-channel experience with content and offering personalized information to each and every one of our customers through the web, through the mobile app, email, social media. And for example, the user sees content energy programs on the web, and in the FAQs on social media, they're all being tailored to that segment and that profile of our customers. And we've also been very helpful to our small businesses as we've shared the stimulus information for them to arrange for financing for their businesses through this tough time. But I'll just say it's a varied approach. It's an array of tactics to promote our offerings to customers, but we are increasingly utilizing a greater analysis of both internal and external data to target outreach and connect the right customer to the right solution at the right time, leveraged by our customer care and marketing teams, as well as our digital experiences. And I'll just give you one quick example. Our distribution team actually lined up a full block of vehicles, and they applauded the first responders, the first tier workers as they exited and went into the business. This is a full employee engaged opportunity for us. And it's also a way for us to show how much we care about the folks that are on the front lines, just like we are.
That is nice. So Brett, let's take that and dive a little deeper, because you and Monica both talked about really understanding your customers and getting into the data analytics of it, because as you guys know, our industry isn't really known for really knowing our customers, right? We put them in segments and then say we'll figure it out from there. Tell me some, Brett, start with you since you're right there. Tell me some of the tools that you're using and technology investments that you're making to really understand your customer and deliver excellent customer care. And Monica, I'm gonna come right back to you with that as well. So Brett, please.
No, thanks, Colin. What I said before about us launching the customer transformation experience work was really focused on empowering greater energy management, which is a central pillar to our approach with customers and our overall business. So transforming from a standard utility model to an energy services partner with our customers is driving how we look at our business into the future. So both for the company's financial success, but also as a critical component of our industry-first carbon-free by 2050 pledge. So we're building on all of those platforms. Xcel Energy is driving towards greater personalization, as I mentioned, both in how our analysis and the systems allow us to better understand our customers. And we're driving into that increasingly in personalized experiences by using a new customer data grid. It allows us to connect and maintain and analyze existing customer data, which also allows us to create a more personalized experience. So leveraging data analysis to create customer segmentation, to provide simple, very simple, intuitive, personalized solutions to match customer desires while reducing barriers to to participation in these programs. So a new integrated digital experience, connecting customers in a more transparent way is one of the things that we've rolled out, and it includes our new My Energy portal. So it's a personalized portal specifically for our customers, and it also provides that time of use data that we rolled out as a part of our initial AMI rollouts. So it's really diving into that data and managing that data, turning that data into useful information for our customers. We rolled that out in the first quarter. We've got new data scientists now that are really helping us cull through that data, turn it into personalized information for our customers. And that's been key for us.
Thank you. Monica?
Wow, there's so many places I can go in unpacking that question. So I think one of the fundamental pieces that we're really taking a step back with at APS and really looking at is saying, how do we get to really know our customers and really listen to our customers? And how does what is important to our customers become our burning platform and what's important to us? And so we're looking at that by looking at a more holistic view of the voice of the customer. And that voice of the customer includes a look at data, qualitative, quantitative research, as well as the voice of the employee. Our frontline employees are such a wealth of knowledge in understanding, especially as we look at our different regions in the state and what the unique needs and interests are of our different customers. And so we're really trying to take a step back, bring that whole voice of the customer in, and then use that to have the view and what's important to the customer be a part of every decision. And so some of the things that we're doing now are really quite simple, but it causes us to actually have conversations with our customers. We have stood up a customer advisory committee, or a customer advisory board, which when we first designed this before COVID, we were going to meet in person. We have been doing that virtually now, but is really a representation of our residential customers from across the state. And we actually get the time to talk to them, to hear their perspectives. We can take different designs that we're looking at things for our digital experience and have them give us comments. We can take communication concepts to them and have them tell us what works and what doesn't work in program design. As we're looking at different business practice and philosophy. So there's just a wealth of information in that regard, but also the big data. That's an important piece of it. We have a wealth of information by analyzing our data. And I think it's some of the pieces that we've done around the most economical plan that is on every bill, and an understanding that there's an enormous amount of data that we're looking at that to determine and predict that for the customers. Like Brett, looking at our digital experience, how do we customize that more? How do we go from a energy tool or an energy audit that is giving generic or more specific information to now something that's very personalized and pulling the customer's data and behaviors in and looking at disaggregation of use to be able to give the customer specific tips. So I think when we look at that, we're really looking at our voice of the customer as a combination of the personal touch, as well as really leveraging the large data and the analytics and how we can learn. But all of it is on the foundation of how to better serve our customer and what's in the best interest of the customer and what are they looking for from us as their utility.
So listening to the two of you, you now understand why Xcel and APS is on the front line of this customer-driven strategy and philosophy, because you guys are really talking passionate about it. Now, in our last question for you both, and it's a big question, and I apologize, we only have a few minutes left before we turn it over to the audience for questions, but give me both one or two big things that you're working on over the next 5 years with respect to residential customer services and energy solutions inside the home. What's your company working on that will really take it to the next level within the next 5 years? So Brett, let's go to you, and then Monica, we'll wrap it with you, please.
So, that's a great question. Some of the things that you've probably heard in the news our big EV announcement, empowering our system to drive 1.5 million vehicles by 2030. That alone is going to save customers billions of dollars every year on fuel costs. It's also going to reduce each car carbon footprint by about 3 tons of carbon every year because of our march toward our 2050 goal. We'll be 80% carbon free by 2030. So I'm just imagining the infrastructure that it takes to move that forward. We've already gotten approvals in Minnesota. We're pursuing aggressively those same types of filings in our Colorado and our New Mexico areas. And so we're really looking to transform the way our customers think about electricity as a way to not just power their homes, but also to power their transportation. So that's a huge step forward for us.
That's a great example. And see, I know once I get you guys started down this, you want to leave me 5 or 10. But let me go, Monica. Give me that one, because I don't want to shortchange our audience. So give me that one, Monica. What do you have going?
Great, thank you. Well, I think what I would share is the focus of our primary one is going to continue down the programs like our Cool Rewards program, like our battery storage program, where we're really looking for those, expanding those partnerships with our customers on how they can really take control of their energy experience, their energy usage, and then help the bigger picture. We too have a goal about being carbon neutral, carbon free by 2050, and that is going to take work and partnership with our customers to do that. And so we are looking for those cool reward programs, the storage programs, and then also, you know, all of the things that we have talked about today around the digital experience for our customers.
That's why I enjoy these so much. I learn, and when I have an opportunity to spend time with the two of you, it's exciting because you get great ideas to take back into the respective jurisdictions. And as we try to make a difference and really decarbonize our society, it's exciting to hear what you guys are doing. Let me just say thank you both for sharing of your time and your insights. I think we covered a lot in the time we had, and we could probably have gone for another 2 hours. And I know we have, because I know the two of you. But we wanted to make sure we leave time for questions. So I'll just say thank you again to Monica Whiting and Brett Carter, and thank you to EEI for hosting this event. This was absolutely awesome. So thank you so much. And with that, we'll now take some questions.